it's a pleasure to see you back in France for 3 dates. Tonight, tomorrow in Strasbourg, and Sunday for the Hellfest, the biggest rock metal festival in France. How do you feel to meet again the French audience tonight and for those 3 dates?
It's great. It's great. Already, when I got to the venue today, this afternoon, there were a couple familiar faces that we normally see them in Paris, but they're waiting there, and we took some pictures and said hi. So it's nice to come back and see some familiar faces.
How many times did you come?
I don't even know. We've played there quite a couple times, mainly in Paris, and quite a few shows in Lyon as well.
Yeah. I know you will be in Paris in November.
Yeah, and then we have plans to come back. So we want to start coming here more. We feel that Europe in general, it's sort of something that we wanted to do, but our old record label, we had politics with them and stuff. So, but we have a new label now, and we made it clear, we want to come back and play more this side, and, build our fan base here, instead of just playing in the States the whole time. So, yeah, you can expect to see a lot of us.
Yeah. You played a few days ago in Germany for the Rock am Ring. You'll be in a Hellfest, so in front of around 1,000 guys. Tonight you will be in front of around 200 people in this famous small concert room. Is it so much different for you to play in huge or small stage? I mean, in terms of communication with the audience,
Yeah, it actually is very different. In a small club show like tonight, it's a lot more intimate. I feel like you can really kind of connect with people, kind of look into people's eyes kind of thing. Whereas those really huge shows, it's just, tens of thousands of people, just a sea of people, and I don't feel like you have as much of a intimate kind of, back and forth with them, but I don't know, it's cool in a different way. I think they're both special. I think, we enjoy doing them both, but they're very different. Those shows are great because it's just, the energy is so huge, and the crowd and the back and forth is so great, but the intimate small shows, it's more personal. So I think they both have their merits, so I like doing them both. That's what's cool about a tour like this week.
We will see you with pleasure tonight. So your concert for tonight has been sold out in a few days. You will be on the main stage of Hellfest again on Sunday. French fans love you and love your music, and you highly deserve it for sure. Do you see any particularity in France that you don't used to meet anywhere else? I mean, in comparison with US or Asian culture, about the fans and the way of enjoying the metal music?
Yeah, there's a lot of rock fans here, and I don't know why I was surprised, but I always thought of somewhere like Germany being like a great rock country, but France as well. It's the rock fans are great, supportive, and again, you see the same faces every time. So I feel like once you've made a fan here, like you've made a fan for life. Like they'll keep coming back and getting the albums and stuff, and that's special. That's special. Yeah. I feel a lot of places, people have a very short sort of attention span. So if you go away for a bit, they forget about you. But
exactly.
I feel like they're serious about the music and they enjoy it, and they're very supportive. It's awesome. It's cool. It's great.
You're today in Paris, an historical city. You travel a lot to spread your music around the world. Do you learn from your trip each time? Does it inspire or influence the creation of your music?
I think so. I actually think everything inspires or affects the music in some way. Even down to people you meet or places you go, things you do. I think everything kind of changes you, however so slightly. Kind of changes you as a person. So if we'd taken a different course, maybe taken a left turn where we took a right, we might be a completely different band. We might not even be a band anymore. I mean, it's hard to say, but I definitely think so. Meeting the fans, playing for the fans, and playing every night. I think you become a better player. Playing with other bands, they inspire you and make you want to be the best that you can be. Sure. And So I think it all plays a part. I think life in itself is a muse, if you will. It's inspiration. Yeah.
If I take your iPod or something else,
Yeah.
what is your top 3 preferred tracks that you're listening at the moment on your tour?
Wow.
Difficult question.
It is, yeah. I've really been getting into this band. Actually, two bands. There's one called Mogwai out of Glasgow, I think, and then there's another one, Explosions in the Sky. I think they're out of Texas, but it's very instrumental, very kind of mellow music, and I've been listening to them a lot. That would probably be the top. Would be some of those guys. It's funny, you know, when you're on the road playing these metal festivals and stuff. After all day of like having the rock music, if I get in my bunk at night, I put in my headphones. Like, I don't go and put on more rock, you know. I put on like
Sure, yeah.
I put on like cigarettes or something, you know, and just kind of lay there and, you know, just really chill out and relax a little, you know, because I've had rock all day. So by default, the songs I think I listen to most on my iPod, at least on tour, are the non-rock stuff and maybe older stuff and instrumental stuff, and just peaceful, you know, bring you down at the end of the
Yeah,
night.
you need to take a distance between.
Yeah, take a step back, get some good sleep, and do it all again the next day.
Okay. You already answered actually, but is there one band especially which inspires you in your music and globally in songwriting, composition?
One band?
One band, especially.
That's very hard to say as well.
Yeah. Not especially necessarily for SEETHER, but in general for during your career, one band who marked you.
I'd have to say it would be maybe like a Nirvana or a Metallica or even a Pearl Jam. You know, those bands came out when we were teenagers, and that whole thing hit, and that kind of changed my life. You know, Sean as well. You know, we're the same age, and we're just starting to get, you know, shown interesting music, and then this phenomenon hit and just swept us up with it, and that's really what made us want to pick those guitars up and learn to play, and then eventually, you know, that's even before we met each other. But, you know, we had that in common, and then we got together and started playing together, and we shared that vision. So I think in terms of, you know, initially what made us want to play, and I think even the earlier stuff that tells, and it's very grungy, like old 90s, you know, Seattle grunge, because that's what we were into. And so yeah, I'd have to say one of those bands. I don't know which one.
Yeah, actually, it's more a question where you met them in your life, when you met them, the impact they had, actually.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was huge. You know, I met Sean in 1998 maybe. I was in a band. And my guitar player's sister was dating Sean, so they'd always come to the shows. That's how I met him. And then in the meantime, he joined this band and started singing and stuff, and then my band started breaking up. And he called me up and said, "Hey, we need a bass player," and I'm like, "No, nothing better to do." And we're just acquaintances. We didn't know each other. I think I was the only bass player he knew. So we started jamming, and that's what became all this. Yeah, it's crazy to think, you know, if just one thing changed, it would be so different.
A few words about a great event end of June and July, the release of your 7th studio album, Isolate and Medicate, produced by the best Brendan O'Brien.
Yeah.
First of all, can you explain us the sense of the visual, the cover of the album?
Yeah, it's hard to say, actually. We just incorporated a new guitar player for the live shows, Brian, and he's worn various hats in the SEETHER camp. Most recently, he was our guitar tech, and now we asked him to join us on stage. But he's an artist as well, and he painted that, and he actually did all the artwork for the album too. So that's just an image from the twisted mind of Brian Whitman, I guess. I'm not sure what it means. I haven't asked him, and I feel that's the beauty about art, is that it's to me a good or an interesting piece of art is it's open for interpretation. Like, I'm a huge Salvador Dali fan, and I mean he was the most insane person I think that ever existed. I mean, equally as genius, and but you look at his painting and you don't know what's going on, but you know what it means to you. You take your own kind of meaning from that. And I think it's along those lines. It's disturbing, it's weird, but I kind of pull my own meaning from it. And I almost don't want him to tell me, because then whenever I see it, I'm going to think of well, I was thinking this. And like, I don't want to think that. I just know he was on a beach and he painted it. And that's it. Yeah.
So this album is awaited as the most powerful and passion of your career. I'm talking about SEETHER especially. When and how this album has been written and composed, in which condition exactly? In comparison, if you talk with Sean, in comparison of the other albums.
Old albums. I think we're in a pretty good place overall as a band. I know Sean is dealing with a lot of stuff, which definitely comes through in the lyrics. You know, just bad relationships, you know, people in your life that, you know, are kind of dragging you down instead of, you know, lifting you up. And those are hard things to deal with, you know, and, you know, music's our outlet. It's like, I know for Sean it's a diary, you know, and, you know, the music and the lyrics, and it's a way to just get these things out of your system. You know, if you can, you know, keep the song down, record it, or get up on stage, scream for an hour or so, and jump around and sweat it out, you feel better afterwards. So it's kind of a therapy. But I think, you know, once the songs were written, I think I think the therapy had already, you know, started to take place. You know, we went into the studio with I think we're in a very good place as a band, and, you know, working with Brendan's always good. You know, he's become a good friend of ours, and we have much respect for him, and you know, really enjoy working with him. So we went in, and we knocked the whole thing out in about, I think, 16 days or something crazy. So we just went in, we felt good, we played. You know, I think we played well, we knocked it out, and yeah, it's just we're proud of it. I'm just ready for it to come out and see what people think. You know, I have my own biased, you know, opinion, but I want to know what, you know, the fans actually think. Yeah.
Just the last question: if you had just a message to spread to the French audience, to the French fans, what would be your words?
I guess just, you know, thanks for supporting us. Thanks for coming to the shows. Thanks for allowing us to come over here and play. You know, this is it's what we do. You know, we do music. We love music. We live music. So, you know, the fact that we get to do it for a living it's awesome. You know, it's a very cool job. And
yeah, you swear the passion. You can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, and you know, if it wasn't for the people, you know, getting behind us and supporting us and coming to the shows and buying our CDs, we couldn't do it. So yeah, thank you. We'll keep coming back as long as they keep wanting to see us. We'll keep coming back.
It's what I wish. Yeah.